Hollywood changes could be Hollywood, whatever. When movies change the story to adapt it to how they think it ought to be, sometimes they don't put enough thought into the logistics of it all. Like in this particular case, Ebenezer Scrooge's sister, Fan, was born after him, so how could his mother have died in childbirth? And how...
Stepmother.
Well, okay, call her half-sister then. Make it more clear that it's the half-sister who is Fan's. Because in the book, it is his sister. So father hates him for other reasons. Who knows? Maybe he's the mailman's son.
Anyway.
Let's ask Siri.
There's one version there. There's also...
We know this guy. Who played John Lecard?
Jean
Lecardi.
I don't really know.
Well, you can't even pronounce the name properly. So.
Okay, no. Well, I'll try it.
I'm almost maxed out there.
Okay, all right. I'm going to try it. Hold on. Siri, who played Jean-Luc Picard?
Here's what I found on the web for who played Jean-Luc
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart.
You're too late there.
Okay, so my favorite is Mickey's Christmas Carol. I own it. Puppets. And Stewart. We got it. We remembered it. And Scrooge. Bill Murray.
I have not seen that one.
That one's funny.
I've heard that one's good.
That one is very good.
The Muppets Christmas
And the
Carol.
Muppets Christmas Carol. Have you seen that one too, Puppets? Okay, breakfast. Breakfast is a croissant with egg and cheese and...
Not horrible.
Just egg and cheese. Oh, and bacon. Okay? But brunch is a piece of cake with butter. What kind of frosting is this? Butter what? Butter something frosting.
Yeah, like a buttercream.
Buttercream frosting
Every
with
sense tingles with the feel.
With a white candy cake. Yeah, so this year I got those because I love them too. I love the Muppets one. So how was your night, Puppets? What did you do last night?
Go on in and find out for yourself.
So like I said, I read.
I didn't know you better.
Shh. Yeah, it's after I eat my sandwich. If I eat my sandwich, then he can't say that it wasn't healthy breakfast. It's brunch. Have you gone to a brunch before, people at church or something, and then you have cake?
Cantaloupe.
They have brownies. They have a shelf full of brownies too.
I hope for your sake you brought us something to eat. After all, there's always room for hero.
Yes, Puppets. I'm eating cake for breakfast, and it's yummy.
Well, it is true that... So...
Had to try it out, make sure it wasn't poison.
Not too bad.
Mel is a very much a sweet tooth, Puppets.
I've heard that you were brought here by those
So anyway, what did you do last night?
They weren't
Did you
too
play the
happy
forest?
when you landed in the Dark One's cave instead of their spell circle. Well, they just didn't realize how powerful the dark influences are. They are keeping a close watch over you now, though.
I went painting. What are you painting? Painting, ate some magic brownies. There you go. And drank some whiskey. And you're up to watch me, so I really feel honored at 11 o'clock in the morning. Your time. Let's see. How were those magic brownies?
The Dark One that was
And
worshipped
tell me about
in the
the painting.
cave
What do you do
almost,
with-
but
what are
not
you doing
quite,
with
came
painting?
into this world. It's now trapped in a limbo state
Okay, so
between
do we
dimensions.
need to talk to her for one more time? or-
However, its magical aura leaches
Okay.
into this world.
If she has anything to
particularly
say
at
about
night.
the Gias,
That's why
because
things
we're
are
kinda
so
cursed
much
right
more
now.
scenic when the sun
Right, we have-
sets.
2 days, right?
The dark
3 days.
influences
3 days.
affect
3 days to get the
spells
game
here,
done.
Too.
Not
Particularly
to get the rituals.
spells
Not in
which
the real
work
life.
both
To get
in
the
and out of
rituals
the
that will
valley.
get the
Crystal
game
ball
moved on to the final.
reception Stinks.
Ooh,
We're
I
magically
played the
cut
forest
off from
for a
most
bit
of the
while watching
world.
Ghost. Nice. I saw you guys
The
were
castle
playing the other
folks
day.
used a lot
And
of magic
perfect
trying
brownies.
to get you here. You should be
Well,
sure
last
to
night
thank
I
them for
asked
your
Cherry
visit
Pie
when you see
if she
them.
wanted to do D3, but she passed out. And I think she was streaming 2 o'clock in the morning of my time.
What do you...
At least that's what Eden Wave told me. What he was doing up at 3 in the morning. Were you up watching her?
Oh, do
What?
drop in
You said
soon.
Cherry Pie was
It's
streaming.
so nice
Did
to
you get a
No, there's
notification?
notification.
Okay. Okay. Well, and that's not for her. That is not late.
Here.
She is
No,
she
that's-
is good time, middle of the day, kind
but-
of. Well, she's not middle. Yeah, she's been probably around earlier part of her day. Okay, so the painting is a bunch of Christmas trees along the river at night with the black light paint.
That sounds neat.
That really does sound neat. So, are you going to feature? Are you going to show it when it's all said and done?
You are near
And
the
yes, perfect
southeastern
brownies,
corner
huh?
of the forest. You can just make out
Brownies
a
are
strange
perfect
looking wooden
either
house
way,
and
but
a tall cliff to the southwest.
Are these like special brownies you can only find in certain countries or states?
magic brownies. I don't know about Mississippi. I don't know.
Or is that just the name for like you have a bunch of other stuff in it?
You are
No,
in the forest
it's real
somewhere
magic
southeast
brownies.
of the town. To the north,
It's the brownies you eat and you have the munchies afterwards. Or you eat because you have the munchies. It works
You
both
take a drink.
ways. It's circular, actually, when they think about it. Circular knowledge, because you eat the brownies and you have munchies. And you eat the brownies and you
your
eat some
magical...
more. It's done. And you swap paintings with your buddy. They're edibles. Edibles.
You water-
Yummy. All right, it's done. You swap paintings with your buddy. So that was the... Okay, so you went to a painting thing, and then you... It's circular logic. Okay, you went a painting thing, and then you swap the painting with your buddy, and he paints on it, and then you swap it back, or you swap it as a gift.
There's
What
something
you make,
strange about
you give
this
to your
bush.
buddy,
Maybe
and what your
it's the
buddy
eyes.
made, he gives to you.
Forget it. It's probably just an ordinary, everyday bush with
You know what'd be fun?
blood-red
Puppets.
berries
I don't know if
and
we'd have a way of doing it,
tentacle-like
but I know that
branches.
there's a way we can all do like a group, like what's those like painting
You'll
games
have to get a
that
little
or
clue.
drawing games that you can play. You don't think that'd be very fun?
Oh, I shake my head at the game.
Oh,
Try and
okay.
talk to the bush, the elderberry bush.
Okay, you had your own, and you swapped. Gotcha.
Talking about Pictionary.
Fiction is I was talking about like a Pictionary game, but no, he's talking about actual drawing, and then they had your own, and then they swap. Pick paintings with blacklight. Okay,
Your weapon.
so have we
You
got
cast-
everything we need now?
I think so. I'm
You
just gonna
cast-
maybe like do a little
I think it's like
playing around or something, but
I think it's like an online Pictionary type thing. Honestly, like a online gaming Pictionary type thing. But I'm not sure if the people I watch who do that,
The lake stretches out to the...
if they
It doesn't.
have special screens set up just for
The lake
it,
looks
or-
very calm, but also somehow deadly. It would be wise not to practice your glide spell here.
Why? She's gone. I mean, they didn't have a contingency for when she was gone, and you might want to glide over the lake.
guess not.
There might be another result in the lake, and maybe you will find that instead.
Not unless I'm going to start drowning maidens and stuff like that. But there's not too many people who would fit that description around here. So
No, but the little girl does.
that would be about it. Unless we're going to wait for Tanya to grow up and then drown her, and that's not very paladin-like.
Your aura has...
You're horrible.
Well, anyway, somebody has to be that way.
You cast...
Well, I'm sure there's some bad guys. Giannis is already bad enough. Good thing he's dead.
Yes. Okay. All right. Where's your ingenuity? He said he wanted to watch you. They give these smoochkins. Ingenuity.
You are in the southwestern...
So, puppets, what's the week looking like for you? Are you a full week of work? That's a great idea too. Are there board games that have online multiplayer for PC? You have Catan. Are there games? I believe so. Or somebody has to do a little bit of screen modification, but I believe you can do that. And with a bunch of us, I don't know. I know that they were thinking about D&D and all that stuff, but they weren't sure if they want to stream it. But I know that it's possible. I've seen it.
Oops.
Okay. Killing the wyvern.
Your aura has evaporated.
Now, what if you didn't aura? What if you just fought him? Are you strong enough to just fight him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I did mostly there.
Oh, but you had your aura.
I'm just practicing it, for fun.
Your weapon.
Your weapon is magically deliciously charged.
Yeah, we get poisoned.
The only
Yeah,
effect
we're
is
poisoned.
This is the last Sierra Sunday of the year. Whoa.
your reverse.
But, and we are not going to be playing another game today.
You're slow.
This is going to take all the time, right?
Probably.
All
I
right.
mean, it depends on how fast I want
Your
to
reverse.
See, because
Zip
if
through
you
this.
zip through this, we could start.
You can't.
No, we're not.
Okay. All right. So our next game they're going to play on January. Well, it depends. Oh. Well, we might have one more stream. It didn't occur to me until now. We might actually have one more stream in the month. And it will be Full Throttle. Have you heard of Full Throttle Puppets? Actually looks pretty cool. Eden Waith wants to
Your
play
order has
Lucas Arts game. You have to work all week, but have a 4-day weekend afterwards. Okay. So I have to work 4 of the days this week. I'm supposedly off, but I have to double check to make sure my company is.
It's open.
Ooh,
It looks pretty.
that's the first time. Where's
Tower
Boris?
is empty.
Where'd he go?
That didn't.
No, get back here.
No, don't go into the. So
Not
the
yet.
very first time
You
we're actually
find
going
that you're unable.
into the castle like
Oop.
normal. No sneaking through the back door or nothing
I'm
like
gonna
that.
maybe try that at night just to. I don't think anything happens. I think I've tried it, but I don't think anything happens if you sneak in.
So what I need to do is see whether or not my company actually has given us the 24th and the 31st off, what I read months and months and months ago. And then my coworker said, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Oh, damn, I don't." And I took my days. So after that, so I'd be off all of Christmas week. But my son and my grandchildren are coming. My grandchild are coming next week at the tour on Saturday. So we're looking so forward to that. He's a little tyke, and he has so much fun to play
It
toys
is not
with him and
often
do
that
stuff
one of
like
your
that.
talent and potential comes
Cook
into
baked
Mordovia.
cookies.
Unfortunately,
Be
I have
grandma.
already awarded a
I don't
laboratory
call my-
assistant position
but
to
be Oma.
Frankie.
That's what he calls me, Oma,
You're
which is
Here you
German for
are.
grandma.
Here you are.
You know, I'm so old.
Oh, being a world-famous scientist
I was a
is
young
a very
mom.
fulfilling life. You live off the research grants, call everything you do an experiment, and bring bodacious babes back
That's
from
right,
the grave.
bodacious
Nice
babes.
work if you can get it,
So,
huh?
Puppets, what we having for breakfast today?
Should you ever visit Silmaria, I should be most pleased to give you a recommendation into the Academy of Science there. Science needs more adherence with your energy.
Hey, no eating that cake.
Hey, I'm eating the cake. It's gonna go to waste. It'll sit on my plate. If I don't eat the cake, somebody's gonna eat the cake. I'm gonna eat the cake.
She doesn't listen.
I don't listen, but I
Do you
have-
need something?
No, listen.
Or are you bothering me on
Yes.
I just
What do you want?
everybody. Okay.
The Burgomeister really isn't one of those touchy-feely kind of guys.
That's a word you don't hear much anymore. Which word?
What word?
I don't know.
Burgermeister.
Things are settling back to normal now.
Okay,
Hopefully
what word did I
nothing else
say?
exciting will happen
Oma?
for a while.
Is that what you mean, Oma?
Well, let's see. What haven't I
game.
told you about
You'll have to
before?
tell us. Give us a reference point.
There's the gypsy camp to the far
Or is
east,
it my cake?
and the old hangman tree to the south.
I love guessing
The
things.
gnome said something about Baba
Remember when I
Yaga
was on
being
your stream
there,
the other
but
day and I was trying all the different connections, trying all the different words in
I'm
your
getting some
your
much
channel
needed
page and stuff like that, so that I could see if I
don't
can
have
get the
to worry
secret
about
word.
that
But
annoyance.
I'm not cool like you puppets. I don't have any secret words. I don't even have sound
Magnificent
effects
shield,
anymore.
flanked by
Not
2
really.
great axes,
I mean, I have
is
the
the-
beginning, but that's it.
You
And
are in the
maybe if
Burgermeister's
somebody like
sparsely appointed office.
follows or
This door
subscribes.
opens onto
But I just don't want the hassle with Twitch and the copyright issues. And I mean, I would love to find somebody to make me a bunch of my own sound effects. That's something I'll ask
after some
Doomslayer.
rest. You feel
Because if you can just make me like 30-second sound clips and stuff like that. But I hate to see what his sound clips might be too. Brains. Sometimes he'll call me and go.
You have done much to help Mordavia, and we have much to thank you for.
Thank you. So you're gonna give me
get
some
a
money?
wide
We don't need money. Give me a woman. Give me a wife. Your little girl. How about your little girl? I can make some with my mic. I know. But my sound effects suck. Did you see my samples? I should do one.
after some rest. You
Make
feel
one and go, hi, hi, hi. And stuff for like my cat stuff, like, meow.
the chest.
Like when I do something wrong, I'll go, meow.
I don't think you ever really needed to.
Do you miss the ducky puppets? Remember the ducky, little yellow ducky McFluffykins? Do you miss him? He sent him home to a new family, to his family. They come and got him, or a dog ate him, but we don't know the real story. But I think they went and found the parents, the ducky parents. Mr. Ducky.
For erecting tents and slaying vampires. You don't have a tent.
So maybe slaying vampires. That's pretty raw. Now, Azakagiba, the Diba, Adabis, whatever his name is, he is vampire, right?
Who, Adavis?
Adavis.
Yes.
Adavis. You have the legendary staff of the Archmage
It
Arana.
makes a very nice walking
It makes a very nice walking stick. Arana. I like that name. That's what I use for like a character name sometimes. Arana. I always get ideas of my characters, my logins from people from the games I play.
After some rest, you
After
feel
some
better.
rest, you feel better. Should you take some garlic and feel a lot better? Maybe you should put a garlic ring around
You
thy
don't
neck.
need that much garlic.
I already have some.
You know what? Don't ruin my sunshine. Don't spoil my sunshine game. I have preconceived notions of exactly how things should go in a vampire type movie. Wearing garlic smothered all over your body from your neck on down, and then a big old cross about the size of from your top of your neck on down. This way, this
Dinner
way.
tonight is garlic.
And they ain't messing with me unless they bite me in the back. Ooh, I might have to
Tanya
roll
was
in
away
it.
from
Okay,
us.
so yes, she
She
found a
learned
mama
to
duck.
read and write.
You missed a bit.
Now
Ducky,
she
though.
is
Little
teaching me
yellow
to
ducky
read.
was so cute.
I have always wanted to learn how to read.
Hey.
Together, Tanya and I will
So,
teach
puppets,
all
do
the
you get
women
to
of the town
be
to
with
read
your
and
your
write.
child during
Why would a woman need to
during
read or
Christmas?
write?
Do you get
That is like
together with
teaching a
your
horse
family
to
like that?
dance.
Yuri, you and I will have a talk later. Tonight, in fact.
We have, like I said, with my grandson, we have so much fun. We're going to bake cookies. We're going to play video games. We're going to play his toys. We're going to read books. Take him out to the aquarium here. There's the Christkindlmarkt, which is the German Christmas markets. We're going to take him there. Take him for walks. And he's probably going to be full-throttedly chasing cats around the house because, well, that's what little kids do. They got him a remote control puppy I don't remember what the. Is it a puppy, Chad? Edenwaith, or is it like a? I don't know. It looks supposed to look like a puppy, but it kind of looks like Gizmo, or one of the Gremlins. So anyway, and he was throwing a ball at the remote control puppy. So I was very concerned if that's how he acts around other live animals, that there might be a lot of ball throwing at animals going on here. Hard ball throwing at animals. So hopefully not. Eden, wait, are you already snacking? All right. So we're going to ask her anything else? I mean, aren't we done? What could she possibly tell us about the dark one that we don't already know? We met the dark one, didn't we?
I don't know much about that, but it's supposed to be bad luck to speak of it. Tui. It was
The other
supposed
day
to
I
have
had it right
something to
here.
do with,
The whole
with an
day.
old monastery and a dark cult that worshipped it.
Tickle.
And that it had
Tickle, tickle.
something to do with Irana's
There's
death.
plenty of
And
Putin
rumors
Paglavin.
that say it is because
Oh,
of
yeah,
all the
it's in the-
problems here in Mordavia. Other than that,
It was kind
I
of
can't
interesting
tell
how
you
they did her.
anything.
She's the ghost of Christmas past.
Let's see if these men have anything to say.
I wonder if we are we at the bottom of the screen?
Gotta tell you, there's many monsters out there roaming the night in Mordavia.
Moda.
Yeah, many
I'm
an
gonna miss
eldritch
saying
creature
more
crawls out of the dark. I know most of them.
What's
It's a
an
good
eldritch?
thing we stay safe within the town walls and doors, so we don't have to.
So is that a fancy
need
word?
'em.
Eldritch.
All right, fine. So
See, there's
Susie,
words
maybe
I
we
learned from
do
these kind of
gossip
games. I
once
don't
in
even
a
know.
while.
Honestly.
Well, you must mean my apartment. We know of no cave in Mordavia.
Point is,
Your
we
volume was
never
down when you
repeat
refreshed the
gossip.
browser. So
we
we
get it
sound
right
quiet
the
for
first
once
time.
instead of sounding so loud.
Actually,
I just want to make
this
sure Edenwaith
quote-unquote
doesn't
gossip
accidentally click the
is
sound
about
off like he
you.
did last week.
Yeah, he's right, okay? Someone overheard Tanya playing where the staff used to be.
She was singing
Hey, it happens,
Trina's in
puppets.
love.
At least you were an honest stream when
Trina
the sound
loves
was
a
down.
human. Trina's in love.
Did you hear what we
Kind
did
of.
last
Having any
week?
dealings with that
We
particular
were on there
vampire?
on
We
the
thought
Sunday
you just
brunch, and we
might
were
be
talking with
interested in that
Lewis.
story before we go
And
to
we
the
were on there
Inquirer.
just talking for a whole
You know, you
like
can never tell
35
about
minutes
some
before we
people.
realized the game was
course,
playing in the background and we
gossip.
didn't have the screen capture going. So we were just sitting there with the black screen, talking to Lewis, and not even paying attention.
Well,
he
sport
never said a
fans,
word
things
because
are
Lewis,
pretty
you
quiet
know
around
Lewis, he's
here.
not going to.
Yuri and Bella are happy that Tanya's back.
Then I said, not real
Yeah,
streamer.
they're okay, you know? Even he goes back to his old self. We even speak to him occasionally now.
There's even a rumor going around that Boris and Olga
See,
may be
everybody's happy.
getting
We've
together
done
again.
everything to make all these
On
people
the
happy
other
besides
hand,
giving them
there
magic
are
brownies.
vampires in the castle.
Garlic brownies.
Yeah, and it's rough. Are you
No, I
kidding?
wouldn't be
I
taste
mean,
very
that
good,
swamp
would it?
still cuts us off from the rest of the world.
I would roll myself in
Yeah, and the
garlic
dark,
from head to toe. Big
the
old cross from
cave
here
still
to here.
darkly influences everything that goes on.
That would be
here
my
in
protection
sleepy
against
Mordavia.
vampires.
So, we were a skosh curious about you.
Curious
yeah, I
how.
mean, you're okay. But when are you going to get around to taking care of all the rest of our problems?
What kind of problems do
After
they have?
all, you're
Well,
supposed
you're
to be the
paying
hero
attention.
around here.
Like they're still cut off from the rest of the
Start to tell
world. There's the
them about
Well, I
vampires,
know
the
that.
demons,
We're gonna
the
deal with.
cave.
We're dealing with it. We're dealing with it.
Color
Give
me
us a minute.
crazy, but
Okay.
Maybe it's better we
Maybe these
don't know
three
all
should
the
get off their fat
details.
behinds and get over and take care of the
Yeah, you
vampires
know, I
themselves.
think we'll sleep
Oh,
better if we don't.
right. They're not the hero.
Yeah, what we don't know won't give us nightmares.
Yes, Ronnie Dangerfield
One
and Jack
dark
Nicholson
day, a
having a conversation.
large, fragrant
Like two different
stranger
Jack
came to
Nicholson
town.
movies.
No, it's
Oh, I
it's
remember.
Jack Lemmon
He
and
was
Jack
dressed in
Nicholson
dark clothes,
and Rodney
and he wore a
Dangerfield.
hood over his head,
Those
so
are
we
the
couldn't
three
quite see
voices.
his face. I thought it was Tony Fields.
He spoke in a deep, sibilant voice reminiscent of Vincent Price. and had a cruel chuckle.
Puppets.
Moseyed on up to each and every elephant in Mordavia and whispered a little something in its ear.
Okay, have we seen any elephants in Mordavia?
And by the next day, all the elephants had left town.
Okay, so the elephants left
I
Mordavia.
just can't bear this. You gotta tell it.
Is Mordavia some kind of language
After
for
that,
elephants?
only the stranger was left in town.
I ran up to him. I asked him, "What have you done? What did you say to the elephants? My wife left me!"
Then he just threw off his clothes and cape, exposing himself to the whole world, and revealed that he was an elephant.
Oh no, not an elephant.
He said, "Ha ha, you fools! I am an elephant."
I thought it said you tools.
Then he just packed up his trunk and left forever.
But to this day, on dark, cold nights, you can still hear the distant echoes of elephants trumpeting their mournful cries.
So was
My
this
wife, how I miss her.
My wife, how I miss
And
her.
I call out, "You forgot to write. Not even a fax." The elephants don't listen, and
Facts.
they never remember.
When's the last time you sent a fax?
Back in Chicago 2 years ago.
Okay, I think last
Every
time
once in a while,
I think in 2009
legal
or
paperwork has to go
2010.
through fax.
Oh, okay, for your job then, yeah.
But I actually
For
we have an
myself?
electronic fax.
Yeah. Well, that's
I
what we've
mean,
been trying to do for years. but-
Yeah, that's what we have basically a through our phone program. You can actually drop the.
check it out.
Hang on, you can. Oh shoot, was
She was
she lifting
She
weights?
was lifting weights.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so you can take and drop the file
Never seen-
into
it
the
is-
fax
if you-
machine. The fax software window, and it sends off just like a fax, and it goes to somebody's
You can't do anything.
fax machine.
It's too dangerous.
Okay, so the funny thing about these guys and their conversation, if you notice, you read the dialogue, they are always interjecting and ad-libbing, which makes it even that much more funny. The three guys who did, are they three different
You
voices?
feel
Are
a s-
they the same voices? Do you know?
I think it's three different guys, but I'd have to double
Okay.
check. I mean, with the two guys that sound like Jack Nicholson, it could be the same one or it could be different people. So, I mean, generally when you look at these, especially the earlier games, it would often be one person doing several different voices. Like I think the person who does Baba Yaga might also be doing Bella.
Why do we want to look for race?
I'm just checking to see if I've left
After some
any.
ra-
So,
No
cast-
race were harmed during the filming of this game.
I'm gonna
You
change
cast-
that.
Hey, the cake connected with my other healthy breakfast implement. So I had to eat some of the cake because I had like the juice of the eggs on it. It's true. I'm not lying.
I had oatmeal, no extra sugar.
You're boring. Eating oatmeal with no sugar is like eating a cardboard box.
No, that's called Domino's Pizza.
No, that's called eating a cardboard box. Like a nasty old sitting in the garage cardboard box that has no flavor. Have
Your
you
order
eaten a
ha-
cardboard box lately? I have not.
I told you it's Domino's Pizza. and I tried
Rats
not-
eat cardboard. They know what it tastes like.
Yeah, they ate my baseball cards.
Oh no! Rats ate the baseball cards?
They nibbled on some of them and made it into bedding.
Oh man, rats. Cardboard box soaked in milk. see? Do you put milk on your oatmeal?
No.
See, no milk on the oatmeal. We're talking dry as like a lump of clay there, puppets. Yeah, water. Do you have water on it?
Yes.
Well, yeah, we have water
You have
on
to
it because
cook
I
it
have to
with
cook
water.
it with water. But that's all he has, just enough water to like. It's like Ebenezer Scrooge in the gruel.
So
What
put
is
water,
what
apple,
is gruel?
cinnamon, probably oatmeal type-ish.
With
stuff.
no apple, no cinnamon. Okay, so he
Put
does.
apples,
Okay,
cinnamon, nutmeg.
apple, cinnamon, nutmeg. Anything else? Honey? Do you ever put honey in there?
No, I had the apple, so that gives extra
And that's
texture and sweetness.
every day's
No.
breakfast. Okay, no.
Well,
he
if
has
you got
cereal.
up when I did, you would see that.
No,
I
he
don't have
has
cereal. I don't
he
have
has
time to make-
cereal.
I don't
He has
have
like a
time to make-
brand
Your order?
cereal type cereals.
I don't have time to make oatmeal every morning.
You take a
He
drink
likes
of the
to
cool
sleep in,
water.
the last minute sleeper. He's not a morning person, by the way, Puppets.
No.
No.
Morning people can die.
Puppet said, I'd make it too if you had the time. See, okay, so here's... Puppets is not a morning person either.
Your reverse.
Here's what I would do with my oatmeal. It'd have to have brown sugar. It could have
weapon.
raisins or cinnamon or nutmeg and milk and butter.
Your reverse.
First the butter, but it needs the butter first.
You were at the
Mix it together and then put on the milk. And then
said-
that smells oatmeal. Hence why he doesn't like me to make the oatmeal. I don't offer though. He also uses like the steel cut oatmeal.
Yeah. It's not like Quaker Oats. It's Bob's Red Mill.
Lots of sugar, throw in this fruit, and I'm good. But you put in sugar and fruit. That's my point. I mean, tasting oatmeal, like, okay, so sometimes when you're sick, that's one of the things you could do to when you make yourself feel better. However, they recommend no sugar and stuff when you're sick. So have tried it with no sugar, no fruit, no spices, just plain Jane oatmeal. I took one bite and went, oh.
Your order has.
This
feeling
stuff
of
tastes
peace.
like cardboard. Hence, circular logic, because we're back to the cardboard. Oh, just fruit for you. Okay, just throw in the fruit. No sugar, just fruit. Apples. See, that's it. I don't really care for. I try to be health conscious and eat right most of the time. I try to be health conscious too, Puppets, and eat right a third of
You
the
are
time.
in the eastern part of the forest, through the foliage to the west.
No, that's not true. Okay, so do have Pop-Tarts for breakfast. I'm a sweet tooth. I not eat all sweets all the time, but for breakfast, I like my breakfast to be sweet, unless I'm having eggs with, and then my eggs have to be sunny side up so I can dip my
You're about
toast
as-
in it, and or an omelet that's filled with like peppers and onions and tomatoes and cheese and sometimes bacon or sausage scrambled with syrup on top. So you like syrup on top. So I like to do that when I have pancakes. If I have pancakes, then I drizzle the syrup on top of my eggs. See, we're not so different. He doesn't like it. He's just not. He's trying it. He's like, nope. But what he likes to do, so if we have pancakes, you do like syrup, a little bit of syrup. But he likes to take the white powdered sugar, you know, the cane white powdered sugar, and drizzle that over the top of the pancakes. Not a fan.
No. Not on pancakes.
What do you do it on? French
French
toast.
toast.
On French toast. But I thought we did it on pancakes too. I know nothing about my hub. Oh, so you will go for the real maple syrup, not that Butterworth's. Miss
That's just pretty much.
Butterworth's
That's just pretty much.
sugar.
Yeah, it's high fructose corn syrup.
And
Real stuff tends to be pricey.
I don't have any problem with that as long as it gets used. Did you know that stuff has a shelf
Fire
life and it
blazing in the pit
expires?
keeps the.
We found out because I think we had some real maple syrup. We got it from Mexico.
No, it was just something
Your
I
order?
bought.
Okay, so maple syrup, something he bought, and well, I know we had a little jar from Mexico that was the pure maple syrup.
No, that was vanilla, and that's still good.
Sure?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so anyway, so we got some real maple syrup and didn't finish it all, and it turned to like a more of a taste of an alcohol-y, winey.
No, I think it started getting moldy or something.
Fermented.
Chernobyl.
Chernobyl, the girl is hard to get.
It is one
A
of the
little music
dreaded
man thrown
Chernobyl
in there for
wizards,
you.
masters of dark magic. They are rumored to live long beyond their normal span. This one certainly looks as though it has.
So a Chernobyl
No
is a
one's-
wizard?
Yeah, it's one of the dead former cultists.
Ah,
You cast the...
I had to take a second here to watch him fighting the Chernobyl. That's another good name, Chernobyl. You'd use that for a D3 character.
Now these
Especially when I play
actually
the
will give you a
wizard.
bit of money.
You finally managed to dispel and defeat the Chernobyl wizard.
So,
Score.
puppets, do you like
You find a few gold crowns and a number of copper kopecks.
plain
You
maple
were in the
syrup,
northern
or do
part
you
of the
like to
forest.
have it with flavoring like pecan? Like if you go to IHOP, right, and you get 3 different flavors of syrup. So I get a pancake. Okay, just the regular. Puppets. Okay, regular is good, but I still like so I go to
Let's see if
IHOP.
there's anything in here.
And they have the 3 different flavors on the
Lygia's
table. They have
ghost comes
blueberry,
forth,
they
and
have
she
regular
looks
maple syrup,
mad.
and they have like a
This could turn into a
pecan.
really bad
So I
day.
take part of my pancake and
Your
I split it
reversals.
into thirds, and I put some of the syrup, like the blueberry, and then I put some of the pecan, and then I put some of the regular. The least amount of ingredients possible in most of my foods. So you don't like the intermixing of food stuff going on. I can understand that.
Your reversal...
Because the other day, Edenwaith made bean soup.
Now that you've sent Lygia's ghost into another
15
realm,
bean soup.
nothing of interest remains.
15 different types.
Lima beans.
So it's just 15 different types of beans, not just saying, oh, it was just 15 beans and that was it.
No, 15 types of beans. So lots of beans, lots of lima beans, green beans, black
Crypt.
beans, white beans, big old white beans, lots of beans. And
Your
they weren't cooked, fully cooked. So they had this like skin texturing on them. And that was like, not, and that's too many different beans mixed in my opinion. I'll mix them up, but I don't like all the extras they put in foods. I like all natural foods. All just beans are perfect. He likes just beans. So he would like your bean soup. You would like his bean soup. I made him add meat because I'm a meat.
Oh, I already had
something
it. So
seems
Well,
wrong.
I told him last time to add meat.
Watch out, it's a
I
trap!
had meat in last time.
That's because I told you to add the meat. I said we need to add something more. Now, I do think what we might have made the bean soup better. No, listen. I do think what might have made the bean soup.
That's awesome!
Oh.
Found a bog!
Oh, you. Okay, so. Oh, look at that. We're clipping through the walls as we wasted time trying to get to the castle, and now we're at what?
You can't...
Dot.
A small...
Oh, that was interesting.
See, I'm
After following the dark
one who
passage for
really needs to have meat. I like my spaghetti sauce. Okay, I'm the canned spaghetti sauce person. Take it in. Maybe I'll chop up some peppers and onions and cook them on the side along with the hamburger meat.
Ignoring
and
the
then,
voices, you
and
fling
then
the
put
door-
the spaghetti
doors-
sauce in there. Edenwaith would rather have no meat. He's not a vegetarian,
Doctor says, less red meat.
but red meat once in a while is okay. And
I
white.
think it ruins the taste of
Chicken.
spaghetti sauce.
I don't think so.
You
I don't
carefully
like
I think
oil
I think
your
we'll take a
hen-
poll.
I don't care what the poll says. I'm telling you what. I'm not.
You carefully open the door's rusty
Well, here's
hinges.
the deal. My kids all like it with meat. Well, when the younger ones, when they were
Carefully
younger,
oil.
they were like, Mom, could we not have spaghetti?
getting-
I was like, but spaghetti is cheap. It's one of the reasons why parents cook it, because it's a cheaper meal. Get a 99-cent can of sauce. Get a 99-cent box of spaghetti. And you have a meal. $2. So that's why we often do it.
Okay. Yeah. Nothing there.
Then you get fancy and start making manicotti, panini, not panini, not panini. Panini is bread. What is that damn
As
thing?
you shake-
Panicotti. I don't know all the different beans, but I mean different noodles and pastas, but there are pastas. Anyway, let's see.
Your order?
Ziti. Don't tell me where I came up with panini and ziti in the same sentence, but ziti. And manicotti and muscacholi. So you can safely sleep here and nobody attacks you.
Yep. It's protected by Irana.
You are in this
Wasn't the
weird
one
and
in
wonderful
the,
place
in the
once
town
more.
also was it with
This
staff,
time you
and you
remember
still
all
had
the
nightmares
times
there.
you've been here before. And despite the beauty, you are afraid. You
I
listen
see, I
for the
see.
voice.
It burps in your ear.
It calls out for you.
Wow.
Bob!
You
Bob!
feel the darkness surround you. And you remember dying.
Is that
You are
Happy
overwhelmed
days?
with terror.
It surrounds you.
And you remember running away. Your lungs struggle in the agony of no air. And you remember screaming. You are helpless and hopeless. And you remember the eternal loneliness.
we're supposed to have happy dreams? This is
With
not
all
a happy
your
dream.
remaining strength, you reach out to touch the
Happy
voice.
dreams.
You awaken as the sun
Happy
begins
dreams
to rise.
to you. We have not had any snow. I was sitting
Nope.
there thinking about it.
Wake
It
and
has
cold
been
s-
2 weeks now since we've had any kind of snow. Nothing.
Yeah, I think there was like a few flakes over the past week, but that was it, fortunately.
No snow, any accumulation, nothing. And so I was wondering, we're getting close. You know how you get on your weather forecast and you've got like
Your magic.
10-day forecast. So we're in that week forecast coming up on the week forecast, which is going to tell us if we have snow in the forecast for Christmas. But right now, my 10-day forecast is only showing. Okay, hold on. They're going to have clear weather, clear travel weather.
That's
Which
very
is
good.
really good
Or
because
at least for here.
family members are driving from another state, so only a 10% chance of any kind of precipitation, and
That's very good.
And so nothing on Friday. So
At least here. I
At
mean, it could be different where they are.
well,
but-
yeah, I mean,
if we don't
they're
get
traveling
anything, then that
through
helps.
Iowa and all that stuff, so it could be.
But generally, weather would hit us first before somewhere else. So let's talk to the
You never see snow where you are, though, in Mississippi, right, puppets?
They get ice.
You get black ice.
Because a guy I used to work with, he grew up in the Chicagoland area, and he remembered like being sick of shoveling snow, and he was watching like the Weather Channel,
Yep.
and they were showing Mississippi or something, and he's like, I'm sick of this, and so he ended up moving down near Oxford, Mississippi. He was like in some valley or something like that, so it wasn't quite in Oxford, but it was nearby. And so he lived down there for a couple of years, and eventually he did end up moving back to Chicagoland for a job.
Okay. Let's see. Back to first finish the snow. We did have a dusting early in the month. That was crazy.
Oh, was that the
unheard
one
of.
that just went through kind of the south, like they had it?
One
Lubbock,
thing you can say about
Texas,
Mordavia.
and I think even the Carolinas, they were supposedly going to get some.
Oh, Austin has seen. It just depends on how cold it hits the Gulf.
Yeah, but as we've seen, what happens like with with Austin, it'll be like they get a frost and they'll shut everything
It's a typical
down.
country.
Mm-hmm.
The problem being that they don't know what to do with it. They don't have the equipment.
Well, it's
and
not like
people
to keep
don't-
around ice melts
You
or
do-
something down there because the likelihood of ever using it. So
Well, it's not very often. I mean, even in Seattle, they don't get much snow. They can get rain, but
I think it snowed one. I mean, it iced in South Carolina, and we actually had to ship in ice melt and stuff like that because they've never had anything like that. Okay, the answer to your other question is yes. Do I know where everyone else lives in Colorado, like Ghost and Team DD? And the answer is yes. They live about 75 minutes to the south of me, maybe a little bit.
so there's two down there.
There's there's 4. because Team DD is the trio I told you about. That's Vindication, Infinity, and Grim Devotion are all Team DD.
We had a really cold winter about 4 years ago, and people were going crazy trying to find coats for kids.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
Yeah, I imagine I imagine that
if you don't own a coat, like a winter coat, and all of a sudden you have a cold freeze coming through, that, let's say, lasts a week, so I'm north in Denver, and then they're in Colorado Springs, so they're to the south of us. Like I said, about 75 minutes to the south. Hello, Emily. How you doing? Hi, hi. Hi.
Throwing. Oh, I have not done much throwing.
Puppets is on. We're just we're chit-chatting with Puppets about the weather, the snow, food. I'm having my healthy Mel's brunch breakfast. Eden Waite does not agree and does not think it's a healthy Mel's brunch breakfast, but I'm going to tell you what. Yes, they're both in Colorado Springs, Puppets. I don't know exactly because I've never met up with them, because Colorado Springs is actually, well, how many people do you think Colorado?
I think there's about 500,000 people.
About 500,000 people live in Colorado Springs. If you were going to come to Colorado and you wanted to visit Ghost, I am not
we were afraid
having
you would never
beans for
return,
breakfast. Okay,
friend.
I am having a croissant with egg and cheese and bacon,
Sorry,
and then
I
as
have
my
had no
chaser,
vision
I'm
since
having a
the
piece of cake.
There is a standing stone pillar near the bottom of the
took a
path
field trip
to
in
the
college
Dark
through
One's
Arizona,
cave.
New Mexico,
It has
Colorado, and
runes,
Utah.
which can
And where are
only
the
be
arches?
read by the light
New
of a
Mexico.
will-o-wisp.
No. The arches are in
Is
Utah.
hidden the ritual of the centuries.
arches are in
this
Utah.
is the meaning of the card.
So yeah, there's
We're
A
almost done with
will-o-wisp
this year, believe
is
it or
the
not.
spirit
Almost
of a
to
lost
2019.
child. They play hide and seek over the swamp at night. If ever they are away
So
from
we're
their
gonna-
gravesite by
I wanted
day,
to go this summer,
they perish.
but we didn't. Actually, we ended up going somewhere really cool.
I am worried and
Oh,
so
you went to
weary.
them once, but
It
it
is
was during a
difficult
government
to sleep
shutdown, so you
knowing
couldn't go in. Colorado
see.
Springs,
I
for
wish you
some of
well
the
upon your
logistics of the
travels.
landscape, remind me of Bozeman in a way, because when you walk out your door in Bozeman, there's mountains because it's a big old bowl, pretty much.
Yeah, you're in the Gallatin Valley.
And there's mountains on all sides, but there wasn't much for jobs, and that was the problem.
No,
Bozeman.
it seems like it's starting to pick up a little bit with some things. That I've actually heard of 2 iOS developer jobs in Montana just
Really?
over the last couple of weeks. It's like,
Really?
wow.
Really?
Yeah, one was for a company called OnX Hunt or something. So they do kind of like mapping application, GPS and stuff. So a lot of it's kind of more for hunters, but it can also be for hikers and stuff. So it's things along those lines. So you have this mapping application, you can download the stuff. And then I saw another thing come through LinkedIn that was also advertising something. So like, oh, that's interesting. So
Never know. I mean, from the rest of the people, though, that don't have programming degrees, there's not a whole lot of jobs there in Bozeman.
no,
I would retire there. I would definitely retire there.
if you can afford it.
If you could afford to live there. Because one thing that happens, just like any...
Purple bunny.
Oh no, evil killer rabbits on the loose. This is Monty Python and the Holy Grail going on right now. Kill a rabbit, kill a rabbit, kill a wabbit. Yep, got full throttle on God for free and just bought the willy-nilly Beamish and Sam and Max hit the road.
Oh, I have not played Willy Beamish. That is
Willy
Torn-
Beamish.
Yeah, that and Torn's Passage. Those are 2 mid-90s series games I have not played. That I need to get to those someday.
Is that on
After some
GOG?
rest, you feel better.
I've never played that either. I didn't even know. Oh, goodness, I could get my phone on charge. Take a look at that. Really beamish.
Yeah, from what I read, it's kind of a hey, nice. My intelligence 400. Yay!
The Adventures of Willie Beamish is a graphic adventure developed by Dynamax, published in 1991 by Sierra Online.
Yep.
Okay, so if you wanted to know about how to defeat the enemy in Raiden, you just found out.
No, Raiden is the guy.
Oh, you wanted to play Raiden and defeat the other guy. So yes, we are console nerds, no doubt about it. And Apple.
My family is Apple, and I went black sheep with Samsung. Sadly, this Virtual Boy got peed on by his cat.
So we never had the original
Virtual Boy, huh?
We never had a Virtual Boy. We never had a real Nintendo. Oh, that is the thing we didn't really have. We never had the Nintendo.
What, the NES?
Yeah, NES. Mm-hmm.
Well, by the time,
by
you
the time
growing
you
up?
met me, yeah.
Well, no, that would have been, at least a good dozen years
But
before
it's
that.
retro, so it's cool. I tried to get the Nintendo Classic, the NES Classic, but I couldn't get one. And I think they're selling them now.
Yeah, they're on sale again.
Which is cool. I wouldn't mind having one because
I finally got you that Super Nintendo one, and you barely play it.
No, I play.
Mask was very unpleasant to wear. Oh, it's kind of. Oh, you're going in.
All right, it's time. Who are these people looking at?
That's
Katrina and Adebis.
Oh, what a good boy you are.
So how'd they get
you
so far
would
so
never
fast
do
from one
anything
area
to
to the
hurt
next?
me, would you? Unlike some others I could name.
I will have my revenge.
So, you have returned
we go.
the rituals. Good. Very good. We will journey at once to the Dark One's cave. Soon, it will be forever night, and I shall never be at anyone's mercy again.
No real Nintendo grab IBAN card. Where do I send that Nintendo Classic?
Ya Abuzel, hear me, great Dark One. Open thy mouth that we may enter.
Getting the cartridges would be a
Open thy mouth that will swallow us all. Open thy mouth of darkness. Ya Abuzel.
Abuzel.
Nah.
Okay.
All I can do for you, Phoenix, you'll need to perform the other rituals yourself. This one they
No
kind of
voice.
skipped it because they used the name.
So I can use it. That is all I can do for you, Phoenix. You will need to perform the other rituals yourself.
We will be watching you, so do not even think of trying
you walk
to
to
betray
school
us.
both ways. Up
The last
hills,
ritual
uphill,
remains the high
both
priest.
ways.
You will need to take it before you begin the other rituals.
Hello.
Please, be careful.
Yes, we want anything.
Yes, we would hate for anything unpleasant to
I'd
happen
like
to
to
you.
shut up at the beefs.
Enter now, and good luck.
Good luck.
I don't know why they made her hair like that.
Hello, Monk. How are you doing today? How's everything going? Welcome to Sunday with brunch with Mel and Eden Waith, my other and better half, and often keeps me in line half. And we are playing Quest for Glory 4. Have you played it in the past? You got an SNES when I was 12 because my sister found one secondhand for 100.
So here's this mound. Here's
All right.
the high priest. This
right.
is the last of
gruesome
the
creature
Borgovs.
is a cross between
The gruesome
sweet
creature.
chocolate pudding and your worst nightmares.
Ooh.
It looks awake, alert, and as if it would enjoy having you for supper. As awful as it now appears, something about the creature's shape suggests that it was once as human as you. Something truly terrible must have occurred to change it to its current shape.
Let's go down and fight this.
All right, yes, let's fight. Shall we
You
fight,
don't really,
people?
actually, you won't
Let's
need
fight.
it later.
Oh, what is
You don't really need the cave vegetation now. Maybe later.
Maybe
Actually, you won't need it later either.
I do like how often they did. Great, finally recovered from your
Let's fight
drunken
this.
raid on Friday. Took 2 days, huh?
Music in this is awesome.
Very nice. Have you ever played a Quest for Glory game before, Bunk? I know Tanger Girl, Emily, has not. And I'm pretty sure Puppets has not. And record some videos letting them render now. 2 days. Nope and never. Ah, okay. Yeah, this was quite an interesting...
So this is kind of an interesting one.
Old school. Talking about old school RPG. This is the type of games that Edenwave likes to play a lot. Old school Sierra. So we let him. Plus, it's been good for me. I've learned a lot about game mechanics over the years from Edenwave, and
oh wow, it's this one's interesting because it looks like that spells are not really working against him, so I'm having to actually go up and hit him.
Ah,
interesting. Yeah, second edition. Yeah, oh yeah, second edition. That's where I learned. So I really haven't paid too much attention past that. I think like the third edition, they kind of really did some different things. I think they kind of handled like the Thaco and the armor classes a little different because that was kind of backwards logic in a way. But
he wasn't a fan.
Okay, let's call him the.
A gentle feeling of peace suffuses the cave.
Instead of fighting it, you're calling the guy.
Yeah, let's see if I can.
Got it.
Can I cast a fetch to get this?
Your spell travels down to the cave floor and draws up a large, well-worn book. It seems to be a nobleman's diary.
Yes, we are out in Colorado.
It is the diary of
or
the
Denver
last
area.
It seems that the thing in the pit was.
We have quite a
the
few
last
of our
warrior.
friends that actually streamer
Being a
friends that
servant of
live
the
in
Dark One
Colorado,
didn't
and
do
they
much
are
for
to the
his
south
looks
of
or
us.
disposition. On the last page is the thing you have been searching for.
Oh, you have property out in Montrose.
Now you have all the rituals.
Meet, look, and see.
The summoning
Where
of the
is
Dark One can
Essence?
begin.
Where is Montrose?
The book crumbles into dust in your hands moments after you memorize the final ritual.
Okay, hold on. I want to see. I always like to learn things. We're relatively noobs to this area.
West of Telluride. Yeah, that's kind of up in the mountains.
Oh, okay.
Telluride is like one of these. You often see these great videos. It's just so gorgeous, or they'll show like this really scary looking switchback trail, somebody in a Jeep or whatever.
Gotcha.
Beth would not like that.
Probably not. So how high up are we talking in elevation? Is it in the mountains?
What are you looking for? You can just use a map.
Oh, I think I was...
7,500. Telluride is one of the most beautiful places on the planet. Oh yeah, it's great that you have Colorado, and there's definitely a lot of just absolutely beautiful areas, some great national and state parks.
Oh, you probably see my shirt.
Oh yeah, there's that too. In case.
You do tons of snowboarding out here, huh? You were very fortunate that there were no cars around. You got pinged on the bridge and also faced oncoming traffic. Hopefully not into the back of somebody else's car.
Yeah, okay, let there be look it.
Okay,
light the torch in the
light the
sconce,
torch.
the one you are carrying.
And let's put
I think it was Sulphur Springs is what it's called.
Put the torch.
What, hot
there, which is nowhere near Montrose, obviously.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting.
I would like to go to Glen, can't think of the name of it. Glenwood Hot Springs. Do you know that one? Ming, a monk.
That didn't do anything you.
So.